rising. Blessings. Welcome to our Black August meditation. As we wind down August, we just have a few more days. Welcome. Our Black August meditation has been in honor of this annual commemoration of the Black Liberation Movement, honoring our Black political prisoners, our freedom fighters, and our inner warrior spirit. So thank you for being here today. Let's give ourselves a nice deep inhale, dropping the jaw and letting it out of the mouth. For a great exhale out, clearing out any stagnant energy. Let's give ourselves 2 more of those breaths to just land and arrive here. Inhaling in through the nostrils. Exhaling audibly out of the mouth. With that inhale, bringing in your intention, your presence, pulling your energy, from all the spaces that you've been, from your dream state, if you just got out of bed, from any lingering conversations or other spaces, just pull that energy in. And as you exhale, releasing anything that is outworn, stagnant, anything that's not yours. And you can keep giving yourself a few clearing breaths if you feel that you need that. As we arrive here today, I am Tehuti Ma'at, Nefrka, Heteru, aka Nef. I am here to guide us in today's meditation. And for those who may be your first time here, welcome to Tehuti Ma'at. This is a sacred space for you to come and to meditate with us. Tehuti Ma'at is a revolutionary instrument that is designed specifically for building cooperative institutions. So we function as a grassroots cooperative that develops different institutions and organizations. So we focus in the areas of healing, art, and education. So I'm the mother or co-founder of Tehuti Ma'at. I am a medicine woman, a healing artist, a farmer, and a sacred wisdom keeper of ancient Kemetic sacred science. And I am glad to be here with you as your guide. Thank you for your trust, as always. I want you to know everything is by invitation and everything is with your consent. Trust your body. You are the sovereign authority of your body. As we've been moving through our practices, our intention has been to take reign of our body, take possession fully of our body through meditation. I don't ever like to take a scary approach to anything in terms of protection, but it is important to recognize that there is 2 sides to everything. While meditation is a beautiful practice that can render many people vulnerable, which is why I emphasize so much your sovereignty, your openness of your heart to radiate and be a protective field of your body as you journey wherever your psyche navigates you to and follow your inner guidance through your breath. So I do take the responsibility of guiding you in meditation very seriously. So please know that that is very important. So trust your body, whatever your body needs, trust your breath, and that is gonna be your overall guide. I am simply guiding you into yourself. So thank you again for being here. If you're here with us live, welcome. I feel your energy. I'm glad to have you here. Feel free to message in the comments at any point. It's always great to see and interact with whoever is here live. And if you're catching the raw play, you can comment and we would love to respond to you in the comments as well. So let's take a moment to just land and arrive where we are. Make sure that you have your space feeling well, adjusted for your needs. If you need to make any space, If you need to bring anything in, trust yourself to have whatever it is that you need. If you want to have incense, a candle, some water, definitely have some water because you need to stay hydrated. That's very important in our practice. So just give yourself that. Settle into your body. Let's take a moment to just take notice of where we are right now as we're arriving post eclipse. We're still navigating eclipse energies, family. So, whatever life has been lifting for you will continue to unfold for the next 6 moon cycles, so 6 months, but most significantly closing out the rest of this moon cycle. So, we had a total solar eclipse on August 12th, which was the new moon. So that was what the start of this moon cycle was. And the moon waxed and climaxed yesterday into a full moon, blood moon, lunar eclipse. And that cycle is going to continue and wane as the moon comes back full circle to start a new moon cycle in September, on September 10th. So from now to September 10th is really an integration period of like the depths of whatever we've been moving through, whatever Netter, the divine, has been supporting us in alchemizing and processing and releasing, most importantly. We've been in this like very interesting energy where there's all this new energy that we're going to move towards, but also clearing out things that we've been working on moving and removing and releasing from our lives. So give yourself grace, give yourself a nice embrace, give yourself a hug for making it through. Because I don't know about y'all, but this energy has been dragging your girl. I'm still healing my voice. I feel like I still can't fully like sing and express myself through my voice after losing my voice and having the laryngitis. So many lessons. So just take a moment to be in your body and just feel where you're naturally landing in this moment. Just breathing and taking notice for yourself without judgment, without adjustment, just taking inventory, taking notice. That data is very important before you make any adjustment. Know where you are and how you're arriving. Because when you're leaving, you can take inventory and see what has adjusted organically and naturally and intentionally. So taking notice of how your posture is without correcting it. Taking notice of any sensations that you may be feeling in your body, if you feel any tension, any stiffness. Taking notice of your breath and how it's landing into your body, what's naturally happening. Just observing, are your air going in the nostrils and out of the mouth? Are you breathing in through your mouth? Is your breath shallow? Is it falling deep? Is it heavy? Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing in your body, just taking notice in your simple presence, in breathing and being here. Giving gratitude to yourself as you inhale, inhaling gratitude for showing up for this meditation. Giving gratitude to yourself for your being, your existence. Giving gratitude for the breath that we've been gifted. Just pulling in more gratitude and continuing with each inhale to bring more intention to that breath and really pull in your energy from wherever it may be spread. And as you're exhaling, still making space. clearing out and taking notice with your exhale, sensing from your energy body what it is that you're releasing. Maybe it's ideas or thoughts or perspectives that you know you can let go of, that you can free yourself from. Just breathing intentionally. And we're going to begin to adjust that breath a little bit here. Today's practice, we're going to activate the body's rest mode by doing our alternating nostril breathing practice to balance our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, right? Just a little bit of regulation to start us off. But first, just bringing that breath more intentionally down into the core of you, right? So I invite you to take your left hand and put it over your heart, and your right hand, we're going to put it over or under the belly button at the core, at our solar plexus, at the womb. And actually, before we even do that, as you continue to breathe, bring the palms of your hands forward. I love this practice. Just bring the palms of your hands in front of you and just take a look at where your hands are as you begin to adjust your posture, right? If you're choosing to lay, that's fine. Just listen to your body. If you're sitting up in a chair or if you're on the ground, just taking notice of where the gravity is pulling you down into the earth. Deepening those roots with your inhale, allowing the body to root itself into the earth. If you're laying, your feet, your thighs, your back, your neck, your crown, all the parts of you that the gravity is pulling on, feeling it pulling down and surrendering if you're laying. If you're sitting up, we're resisting that gravity gently, relaxing the shoulders and erecting the jed, the spine, your backbone, your stability, pathway that your energy takes from the earth to the heavens. And just gazing at the palms of your hands, looking at those beautiful designs and symbols that you've carried over into this life, letting them penetrate the subconscious, our inner guides, these beautiful symbols. And although you may not consciously register what it is transmitting to you, it is aligning you with your destiny. It is protecting your destiny. It is affirming your destiny subconsciously. So just breathing here and focusing on posture, on presence, on your spine, your jed, on relaxing your energy, and on deepening your breath. Now bring those palms of your hands together. And first, I want us to put our palms together in that prayer position and just holding it here at the center of our chest, right? Heart, centering our rib cage, just really lining it here. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. We're going to hold this posture here for a few breaths. A few breaths here just to get clear on your intention for today's practice. Our general collective intention is some post-eclipse care and some integration, processing and allowing what life has been showing and lifting for us, allowing it to land, being present with the shadows that revealed themselves. So just breathing here into your heart, breathing here, into the soul awareness, and centering and concentrating your energy on what intention you want to sow for our practice today. What are you calling in with every inhale? What are you expanding into? And likewise, bring your awareness to what you are releasing with every exhale. How you're contracting, where you're making space for what you're calling in. And that is going to be the ebb and flow that centers your every breath. You can always come back here to this rhythm of intention through your inhale and your exhale as you connect with the contraction and expansion of your lungs. Now bringing those hands still together in front of you, like so. And we're going to begin to rub the palms of our hands together. We're activating our will, our intention, our solar creative power into the palms of our hands, where we just are directing our attention towards that intention. We're stimulating it. We're giving it life, the same way the sun radiates down on us and on the land every day and gives us the energy and the fuel that we need. Fueling that intention, and now placing your left hand over your heart and your right hand at your core, right beneath your belly button. And we're going to take a few breaths here, just holding and connecting with our solar plexus, just an inch beneath the belly button, connecting with our heart, and just breathing here and being present. Trusting your breath to guide you as you begin to deepen the breath, allowing the hand that's over the heart to stay steady and guiding the breath deep into the core, into our solar plexus, right? So we're inhaling, imagining like we have that belly filling up a balloon, that beautiful golden energy that we're breathing in. So the belly, the hand over the belly should be expanding out and filling up that balloon. And on your exhale, contracting back, like your belly button is contracting back towards your jed, towards your spine. Inhaling in, expanding out, and exhaling, contracting back. So just using the hands here as a guide, and we're connecting with the core, the solar plexus. This is the seat of our willpower. It's our powerhouse, how we direct energy forward. With all this work, all this healing we've done through our heart to stimulate our solar power. And now our core, we're focusing to activate that energy through our will, through our choices, through our decisions, through our activity, every act, every action that we take. So I invite you to close your eyes here as you continue to breathe. I invite you to drop those lids, allow them to get heavy. You don't have to force them closed. They can be gently shut. As you fall beneath the darkness of your lids, bringing your gaze into the center of your forehead, right in between your eyebrows with your eyes closed. And I want you to begin to envision with each inhale how your solar plexus is activating the intention that you have called in for our practice today. So just begin to envision yourself in your life, activating that intention, creating that intention, willing that intention. Remembering to keep your posture nice and lifted, like you have that beautiful golden thread that is tied at the tailbone, lifting and stacking you up one vertebrae at a time, lifting you up through your neck, all the way up your crown. Your chin is slightly tucked, but your shoulders are relaxed, and your head is erect and tall. Just breathing here into that vision, into the center of your forehead, your first eye, the vision that you had before you even had these two physical eyes. Coming to that intuitive, eternal vision and seeing your intention existing in the world, existing in your life through your action. And just taking a few breaths here to deepen into that vision, to sense that vision more, feeling it through all of the other senses, beyond your vision, your smell, your taste, your touch. Just stimulating the imagination and the power we have to create that vision, watering the intention that we've sowed for our practice today. Continuing to keep that breath centered in the solar plexus and the belly, allowing those hands to be your guide to make sure the breath doesn't stay shallow in the chest. Bringing that breath nice and deep into the belly, into the core, into the solar plexus, activating and willing your intention for our practice, for the day, and for your life. Stimulating that power through our vision. And relaxing the face, relaxing the eyes, the nose, the ears, relaxing your forehead and your eyebrows, relaxing your lips, flutter those lips and allow yourself to relax your chin, relax your cheeks, relax your jaw, relax your throat. And I invite you to bring your hands down beside you. Maybe you can have them at your knees. And we're going to prepare ourselves to do our alternating nostril breathing. So I'm going to demonstrate this. Remember that this breath is all about balancing the two hemispheres of the brain. Now, one thing I'll share about the first eye is it's not always specifically attributed to this front part of the body. It is actually a part of our brain that is in the center of our brain that is known as the pineal gland. While the entire brain can be split in half and mirrored, right? Each hemisphere, there's always two, it's like a symmetrical design. But the pineal gland is at the center. It is one. And without going too deep into that, when we're doing our alternating nostril breathing, we're balancing the left and the right side of the brain. The right side of our brain controls the left side of our body, and the left side of our brain controls the right side of our body. So we're just coming into that symmetry, into that natural design, creating rhythm. And as you're breathing, take notice of any differences that you sense between the left and the right side as you're breathing. And just beginning to take notice and be aware, right? We associate the left side with the feminine and with our maternal line. And we associate the right side with our masculine, paternal line. When I say masculine, I mean our active energy. And when I say feminine, I'm talking about our receptive energy. And just as an example, so that you're aware as you're taking notice of where you are in your body, if one side is more stimulated, for example, the receptive side is blocked, then it may be indicating that you need more surrender, more of that feminine energy, less activity, and vice versa. You may actually need healthy masculine active energy if you're overly receptive and in maybe a depressive state or anything like that. So again, you can comment, you can connect with us if there's anything that you want to share, you want more support with, okay? So that being said, I invite us to still hold these intentions, these healing intentions, this healing power that is in the center of that's in the palms of our hands, I should say. And I invite you to bring, the simplest way we can do this is your thumb to your right nostril, and then the index finger, and you can alternate like this. I am going to put my middle finger at my first eye, and I'm going to go like this. If you choose to do that posture, you can. You can do whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay? Excuse me. Maybe just hydrate yourself a little bit before we get started in this practice for this part of our meditation. And remembering your posture. Oh, my candle finished, so I'm actually going to change the candle here. Excuse me. So just coming into the posture that you want to hold for our practice. Okay. Breathing. Still here between both sides. We're going to begin by holding our right nostril and inhaling on the left side. All right, so let's synchronize together so that we can flow together. So wherever you are, when you get to your exhale and the breath is empty, huff that out a little bit more, getting that stagnant breath at the bottom of the lungs. Hold the right nostril and inhale through the left. Hold the left and release out of the right. Inhaling on the right. Hold and release on the left. Inhaling on the left. Hold and exhale on the right. Inhaling on the right. Hold and releasing on the left. Hold. Oh no, inhaling on the left, sorry. Hold and releasing on the right. Inhaling on the right. Hold and releasing. The same side that you release, you're inhaling in. Hold and then releasing on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Hold and releasing on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Hold and exhaling on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. And hold, exhaling on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Hold and exhale on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Hold and exhaling on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Remember to take notice. Hold and exhale on the opposite side. Inhaling on the same side. Hold and exhale on the opposite side. If your eyes aren't closed, I invite you to close your eyes and deepen into this breath. Continuing here at your own pace, exhaling out of the opposite side, and inhaling on the same side. I'm going to do 10 more rounds here at your own pace. Remember, you're inhaling on the same side. And exhaling on the opposite side. We're doing 5 more here. Inhaling on the same side you exhale. Holding the nostril and switching for the exhale. Inhaling on the same side. 3 more. Inhaling on the same side you exhale. Holding that nostril and switching, releasing on the opposite nostril. Inhaling one more round. When you get to that final round, just releasing. Coming into breathing, a regular inhale and exhale through both nostrils. And taking notice of how your body's feeling now. Maybe keeping the eyes closed here. And just staying steady at your own pace with your breath. Connecting with that posture. Shoulders are relaxed, body's relaxed. And just taking notice of the shift in your nervous system. Giving gratitude for this body system that protects us, that determines threats, that allows us to rest and relax and digest, but that also shows us when we need to contract and protect ourselves. It's a beautiful system, a beautiful ebb and flow. So it's important to remember that the sympathetic and the parasympathetic are both important parts of the nervous system. Sometimes we think that we always want to be in rest mode, or that we need to work more in our rest mode because of the impact of trauma when something happens too fast or too soon, or we experience a threat or violence or anything that threatens our safety. It can adjust our literal brain function, right? Especially through prolonged periods of trauma, or even subtle trauma, subtle abuse that we don't acknowledge. So it tends to create an imbalance in our nervous system. So we need to support our body in getting to that state of relaxation, but it's not to villainize the body's response that keeps you safe. Okay? So this is a great practice to have in your medicine cabinet, so that you can pull out this breath play whenever you need it, right? In life, right? And balance your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system. Regulate your nervous system here. So just relaxing, breathing, and being present. As we wind down and prepare to close out our practice for today. Giving gratitude to the body. I'm going to invite us to bring our presence to our body. I invite you to cross your arms like this and have one arm, one hand, your right hand on your left arm and your left hand on your right arm. And just holding ourselves here. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of touch stimulation to the body, a little bit of spinal flexing, right? So bringing yourself into a position where you can sit yourself up if you're laying. Just preparing to close our practice with a little bit of somatic, which is just bodily focus, okay, on the physical body, this physical house, this shelter, this vessel that carries us every day, giving gratitude for it. So as you're sitting up, if you're able to be cross-legged, that's good. I gotta figure out a way where I can kind of show that. All right, well, if you can place your hands at your knees, right? If you're cross-legged. If you feel more comfortable sitting up on your knees, you can do that as well. And still have your hands on your knees. It'll just be more so in front of you. What we're going to do is open the heart up and give yourself that nice curve in your spine. And then we're flexing the spine and contracting in, creating that curve. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. So waking up the spine here with gratitude. And trust the rhythm of your breath with each movement. Inhaling, opening the heart. Exhaling, contracting and curving the spine. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, curving. Inhaling, waking up the jet, our stability, our backbone. Right? This is the pathway that communicates from our brain to the rest of the body. Giving gratitude for our nervous system here. Waking up that jet, that spine, that backbone. And just give yourself a few more breaths here. We're going to do this for one more minute at your own pace. Try to push yourself a little bit more. Listen to your body. Don't strain yourself, but just try to stretch yourself a little bit more with that breath. Just give the body a little bit more of a deeper stretch. Good job. Great job. Slowing yourself down here. Slowing yourself into a stop. And getting yourself back into a neutral spine. Neutral spine wherever you are. Coming into center. And just give yourself a little bit of touch throughout your body, wherever you feel on your body you need. All right, it could be your face, it could be your head. You can move yourself around. Remember the back of the neck. Maybe massage your shoulders. Just gonna close out, touching the body. Recognizing the body is spirit. The body is reflecting, it is a mirror of what is happening in the physical world. So when we get physical cues from the body, we know that there's a spiritual origin that we can go to. We can sense through our emotional body. We can sense through our mental body and become aware so that we deal with the physical reality of it and the spiritual and emotional connection. So just massaging your feet, whatever feels good for you. I do invite you, if you can, to touch your feet and just bring that warmth to your feet. Our feet hold so much. They carry us. They are what's constantly rooting us. They're constantly releasing and absorbing energy. So just make sure you care for the soles of your feet as well. All right. And you can continue to do that as I close out. Just continue massaging and touching the body wherever it is asking for attention and nourishment and love and warmth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hua, hua, hua. That means thanks and praises. All praises due to the divine that is indwelling within us, the great I am, giving thanks for this opportunity to be here in the flesh, giving thanks for this body, giving thanks for this life. I pray for the life of each soul that is here with us. I pray for their protection. I pray for my protection. I pray for all of our political prisoners. Please bring them comfort. Please bring them strength. Please bring them love. Ashe. I pray for our victory. I pray for our fight, our victory, and our courage to fight, to continue to fight for our lives, to continue to fight to live, to continue to fight for this planet, for our restoration, for our elevation, for our expansion, through love, through leadership, through embodying our power, and through expressing freedom within ourselves. Ashe, ashe, ashe-o. Wow. Thank you, family. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here, your commitment to this mission, to this vision. As always, if you feel that you are a star in our constellation, if you are a spiritual warrior, we welcome you to join Tehuti Ma'at. We are building so many amazing things. Virtually, on the ground, if you are in the northeast of the divided states, in Boston and New York, we have our 2 garden bases. We are looking to expand our Organic Food for the People initiative. So if you're somewhere else and you have access to land, to an empty lot, or to a community garden that you think you would like to weave into our Organic Food for the People network, we would love to have you. You can join Tehuti Ma'at if you go to tehutimaat.org/join. There's a link in the description if you want to learn more about Tehuti Ma'at. You can go to the About page and learn more. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that we can clarify, you can also reach out to us via email, or you can text our text line, which is 646-883-MAAT. So I'll leave that scrolling at the bottom there. We have many offerings that are also in person, beyond virtual offerings, our retreats. So We have the Kepra retreat, which is coming up in Mexico in October. If you're interested in working with plant medicine, such as ayahuasca and peyote, that is the retreat that I am guiding. We're going to be doing a beautiful hike into the waterfalls. We're going to be doing some deep healing work for anyone who has been feeling called or that medicine is calling them. That retreat, if you're interested in, you need to reach out and contact personally and just say that you're interested in it, because there is a filtering process for it. There's also a filtering process for our sexual alchemy retreat, but you can apply for sexual alchemy at sexualalchemy.com. Our next retreat is February 5th through the 12th here in Cabo Verde on the west coast of Africa. We are doing this beautiful retreat all about embodying your power through alchemizing your sexual energy. This is deep ancestral healing. We address it as an act of Black power or Black power through sexual alchemy, because of the core wounds ancestrally that we're carrying because of all of the sexual trauma that our ancestors experienced through the Ma'afa. So a lot of the sexual trauma that is being perpetuated in the collective field and that many people are personally experiencing, the incest, the molestation, all of these things, the rape culture, is an expression and a regurgitation, recycling the trauma and the wound that we must face and heal, which is very deep and ancestral. So that is the work that we do. It is a beautiful, pleasurable retreat. It is during Carnaval, which is a community ceremony that is celebrating so much beauty and radiance and culture. So there is the beautiful balance between the pain and pleasure as we move through. It's a perfect way to alchemize and to work through whatever you are transforming in yourself and whatever's blocking you from expressing the full spectrum of your power. Okay? So that is sexual alchemy. You can learn more about that at sexualalchemy.com. We also have our educational platform that is activating in September. We have started it through our Think study sessions. So Think stands for Thoughts Hone New Knowledge. It's thinking without the I, just like our ancestors used vowels as sacred vibrations. It was not ever written. So we wrote think without the I, because we're also removing that ego kind of like illusion of objective thinking and really coming into thinking from an African centered perspective through critical thought, through an African centered worldview. So I'm going to be sharing more about that as we step into our Think Asada Shakur study session, which is on Monday, August 31st. If you want to be with us live, you can also watch the replay. It will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern time. Adjust for your time zone. If you're in a different time zone, it would be great to have you there live. Get the book, please. Try to get it from a Black retailer if you can. You already know where you can get it if not. Also, I'm sure there are people who are reading the book on YouTube. If you don't think you'll be able to get the book, listen to it. Tomorrow, Sunday, listen to the first 3 chapters. And just come and be part of the discussion, and you can actually come on the stream and be part of discussing the book with us. We would love to have you for that. This is Asada's autobiography, so we are journeying into her own words, but also through the lens of Think, which is, as I said, an educational platform for Tehuti Ma'at. It is our revolutionary ideology and curriculum. So we're going to talk about the foundational way of thinking that we've built upon, that many of our elders and ancestors established, so that we could think from an African-centered perspective and not from a linear, colonized perspective, because sometimes we don't even recognize the ways that we're not functioning within our own power. So that is the approach we're going to take. We're going to be guided by Dr. Regina Jennings. Mama Regina is a beautiful elder who is an original Black Panther, and she's amazing. You can watch the last stream that we did for Think Asada Shakur. It is on the channel. You can also watch What is Black August. If you have not watched that stream yet, please go watch that stream we did with Mama Regina. Very, very important to know the origins of Black August, its connection to the Black Power movement, and the ways that we wove that in to connect to what the current battleground is and what we're experiencing right now. So, in the spirit of revolution, in the spirit of victory, thank you again for being here. Remember, these are donation-based offerings. So, one thing you could do is like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're not being notified so that you know when we schedule the different streams, especially as the other offerings come on, because I really am looking forward to doing the Ka series. But some things are going to be behind the paywall in the think tank if you are a member of Tehuti Ma'at. So take advantage, of course, of all of the open offerings and seeing if it feels aligned. And if you have something to contribute or you want to deepen your knowledge and learn more, we welcome you to join our ranks. And again, you can make a contribution, a monetary contribution. Links are in the description. You can use Cash App, $ Tehuti Ma'at World. Your contribution goes towards the operations of Tehuti Ma'at, and it's a contribution for this Black August offering. And also, you can use PayPal. So even if you don't have Cash App or PayPal, there's an option on PayPal to make a contribution using a debit or credit card. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with us. I hope to see you tomorrow as we just have a few more days left of Black August. Okay, so have a beautiful day. Power.